Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a very fun theme team in the Great League, the Guardians of the Galaxy theme team. This team was recommended by a viewer, and if you have a theme team you want to see on the channel in the future, leave a comment and it may be chosen. For the team, we are running Galarian Linoone on the lead as Rocket, we have Trevenant as the one and only Groot, and we have Lurantis as the closer, starring as Mantis. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out the Guardians of the Galaxy in action in the Great League. Nightmare lead in the first match, Galarian Linoone into Medicham. I'm going to save switch into Lurantis because I don't necessarily want to switch in my hard counter Trevenant right away. I farm up and I fire off the Leaf Blade on the CMP tied to the Ice Punch. Leaf Blade lands, but I'm going to be shielding up the Ice Punch because this would do a ton of damage. And then my opponent is going to respond with a Lickitung. Lickitung is going to fire off a Body Slam. Lurantis is going to be able to tank this, and I'm going to try and reach the back-to-back superpowers, and I'm barely able to get there. Lurantis firing off the first superpower. Big damage, and I'm able to get the second as well. If they want switch, they're going to have to give up a shield. They do not, and I'm able to win switch advantage. That is massive, because that means I get to align my Trevenant onto the Medicham now. In comes the Trevenant. Medicham farming up, going for the Ice Punch, but I'm able to win CMP. This way, I will be able to force one of their shields, and then they're going to fire back with the Ice Punch. I decide to shield. Ice Punch would do a solid chunk of damage, and I still don't know what's in the back. And it's a Alolan Ninetales. This is not good. I'm going to farm up to the Shadow Ball and bait with the Seed Bomb. I really need the shield here. I get the shield. In comes Galarian Linoone. Charms tearing through Linoone. Linoone has to reach the Gunk Shot. They fire off the Weather Ball. Weather Ball gets Linoone low. Linoone able to reach the Gunk Shot on very low HP. Gunk Shot nukes the Ninetales. Medicham able to farm down. Back in comes Trevenant. Trevenant able to get to the Seed Bomb, and that will be game over. Seed Bomb will take down the Medicham, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, and the bad leads continue. Galarian Linoone into Defense Deoxys. Again, I'm going to save switch into Lurantis, and my opponent responds with a Wall Rain. This is a matchup that Lurantis should be able to flip in the 2-shield. I fire off a Leaf Blade, able to grab a shield. Opponent farms up with their Wall Rain, and I fire off another Leaf Blade. They don't want to lose this energy, so they are going to commit a second shield. Superpower does do slightly more in neutral situations, so I am going to farm up, get as much Fury Cutter damage as I possibly can, and then go for the Superpower. This is the non-Shadow Wall Rain, but I believe a Superpower should just be enough to KO. Let's find out. I farm up, I fire off the Superpower on the CMP tie, and it's just enough to take down the Wall Rain. That is huge. In the back, they have Azumarill, and things are looking incredibly good for a potential Trevenant sweep in the endgame. Lurantis fires off the debuff Leaf Blade. Lurantis dies with the move and is not able to get a second one. I bring in Linoone. They switch to Deoxys, and now my Trevenant gets to absolutely destroy the Switch Lock Deoxys. They fire off the Rock Slide. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball as soon as I get it. I just need this Deoxys out of here, and the game is done. I'm able to take them out. Back in comes Azu, and Azu is going to fire off a move. They'll be able to take out Trevenant, but I should be able to reach the Gunk Shot on Galarian Linoone. Galarian Linoone able to reach the Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot will be taking down the Azumarill, and the Guardians clutch another win. Hopping into the next match, leading Galarian Linoone into Scizor, a battle of spice. I need to stay in this matchup because Scizor absolutely destroys my backline. I'm going to fire off the Body Slam. This is resisted, but Scizor is pretty glassy, so that's going to be doing a lot of resisted damage. This is enough for a potential Iron Head. I will respect it, but I do get baited with a Night Slash. That is quite unfortunate. The second Body Slam is going to be getting Scizor quite low. Scizor is going to commit the shield, and then I'm going to go for the extra Snarl. Again, this could be an Iron Head. I will respect it. This time it is the Iron Head. Opponent save switches into a Primeape, and unfortunately, I don't have a great response. I bring in Trevenant, but Trevenant will take super effective damage from Night Slash, and Primeape gets the boost. That is not good. I'm going to fire off the Shadow Ball. This will KO if they let it through, but they shield, and they fire off a move. This is going to take out my Trevenant, and I'm in a tough spot. They are boosted. I have to hope that a Body Slam is going to be enough to KO here. Galarian Lanoon fires off the Body Slam. It barely doesn't KO. And down goes my Lanoon. In the back, they have Medicham, and I don't think Lurantis is quite going to be able to pull this off. This is going to be close. Can we reach the double Leaf Blades here? We cannot. Lurantis falls agonizingly short. Psychic takes out Lurantis, and we lose a heartbreaking game. Hopping into the next match, leading Galarian Lanoon into Azumarill. I have two better responses in the back, so I try and save switch into Trevenant. Game lags a bunch. I'm able to bring in Trevenant, go for the Seed Bomb, but it ends up being a CMP tied to the Ice Beam. Seed Bomb gets the shield, and I do need to shield as well, because this Ice Beam would deal massive damage. Opponent is going to respond with Haunter. Haunter looks like they're going for the farm down, so honestly, I'm just gonna fire off the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb does get the shield. The game lagging again, and I do get farmed down. Oh my goodness. I don't know if it was my internet or just Niantic servers having an awful day, but man, this game is rough. If they choose to bring back in that Azumarill, I'm going to be going straight for the Gunk Shot. They decide to bring in Medicham, and I immediately pivot into Lurantis. They're going to reach the Ice Punch. I do tank an Ice Punch, so I am going to be letting this go. Ice Punch does do a significant amount of damage. I go for the Leaf Blade, but they switch back into Azumarill. Leaf Blade is going to do a lot of damage onto the Azu. I'm going to overfarm as much as I possibly can here and fire off the Leaf Blade on the CMP tie. This way I can take out the Azu and hopefully reach a move versus the Medicham, and I am on very low HP. That's huge. This is going to be getting the Medicham into a range where I can KO it with a move from my Galarian Lanoon. You know what? Just to be safe, let's go for the Gunk Shot. Gunk Shot taking down the Medicham, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a pretty decent lead, Galarian Lanoon into Trevenant. Opponent will immediately save switch into a Powder Snow Alolan Ninetales, and with two grass types in the back, I can't afford to switch out. I build up to the Gunk Shot, go for the bait, but they call the bait. Oh man, I really regret not full sending the Gunk Shot there. That would have been glorious. They're going to fire off the back-to-back Weather Balls. I am going to be shielding up the first, and then going to continue to massively overfarm with my Lanoon, and let's apply some pressure onto this A9. Firing off the next Body Slam. I grab the shield, and I'm firing off the Body Slam after that. This will not KO, but it is going to get them very low, and they're going to fire off a last-second Weather Ball. At this point, I'm just going to let this go, get an energy lead on my Trevenant, and basically just hope that my opponent brings their Trevenant into mine. I have the energy lead. They do bring their Trevenant into mine, and they decide to fire off a Seed Bomb. Honestly, that works for me. I tank a Seed Bomb, I should be able to force a shield with my Shadow Ball, and then it's all up to Lurantis with a shield advantage. Shadow Ball gets the shield, in comes Lurantis, in the back, they have Azumarill. Things looking incredibly good for a potential Lurantis sweep. Lurantis is incredibly spammy, firing off the first Leaf Blade. I'm just going to continue to overfarm. Azu fires off a move. I'm going to be shielding up. They are running Play Rough and Hydro Pump. I'm going to fire off Leaf Blade number 2. This is going to be getting that Azumarill incredibly low. Can I Fury Cutter down here? Lurantis able to farm down, and we leave with the back-to-back Leaf Blades. This will be game over. First Leaf Blade gets the Trevenant low. Second Leaf Blade takes down the Trevenant, and we clutch a very close win. Hopping into the next match, leading Galarian Lanoon into Shadow Walrein. Bit of a tough matchup, but I don't really want to save switch a grass type into a Walrein and give it an energy lead. So honestly, I'm just going to stay in here with the Lanoon and try and play it out. They're going to fire off the Icicle Spear. That does quite a bit of damage, but I do have back-to-back Body Slams. I'm going to be firing off the first. Body Slam does a solid chunk of damage, but it looks like a second Body Slam is not going to be enough to KO here. Walrein is going to be able to survive it and reach the Icicle Spear. I'm perfectly fine with letting Lanoon go. I can just get a farm on either one of my back 2 Pokemon. I bring in Trevenant, and I'm able to farm down. In the back, they have Shadow Nidoqueen. This is not the best. I farm up and I fire off the Seed Bomb bait on the CMP tie. Seed Bomb does get the shield, and I'm going to shield myself because I can't really afford this Nidoqueen going up against my Lurantis. I'm going to farm up, go for the Shadow Ball, hope it's CMP, but they end up going for the extra. That's not great. Seed Bomb does get the shield. I bring in Lurantis, and this Shadow Nidoqueen has so much energy. I decide to let it through. Poison Fang, massive damage. I am able to reach a last-second Leaf Blade. This should be taking out the Nidoqueen. What do they have in bag? It's Medicham. Can Trevenant reach a Shadow Ball? Come on, Trevenant. We cannot. And the Guardians lose a very close game. Hopping to the next match, sending Galarian Lanoon into Umbreon. Opponent will immediately save switch into Venusaur. I'm going to stay in with Lanoon and fire off a Body Slam. This will deal some valuable chip damage, and then I'm going to bring in Trevenant. Trevenant will be able to tank whatever they throw, and I should be able to overfarm in this matchup. They fire off the Frenzy Plant. That does quite a bit of damage. I overfarm by 1, and I fire off the Shadow Ball on the CMP tie to the next move. Shadow Ball is going to take out the Venusaur. Back in comes Umbreon. Unfortunately, the game stuttering quite a bit. You hate to see it. Firing off the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb able to land. Umbreon going for the farm down, but Trevenant able to hang on and reach a last-second Seed Bomb that is going to get the Umbreon below half health. Umbreon does have a ton of energy. I bring in Lanoon in the back. They have Azumarill. I bring in Lurantis, and we should be in a very nice spot to close out this game. I fire off the Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade lands. They're going to be firing back with a move. I am shielding everything here on Lurantis, shielding up the Ice Beam. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Tough lead in the final match, Galarian Lanoon into Alolan Ninetales. I save switch into Trevenant, and it looks like the frame rate issues are persisting in this match as well. You hate to see it. I'm going to fire off 2 Seed Bombs, and this second one will come very close to KOing the Sableye. Do they commit the shield? Yes, they do. Getting shield advantage here is big, because I'm going to try and fire off a Body Slam, and then go for an aggressive Snarl farm down with the Galarian Lanoon. I don't want to reveal that I have Gunk Shot, because I want to be able to leave with a ton of energy and then hopefully have a nasty surprise for the Ninetales. Body Slam lands. Lanoon tries to go for the farm down, but they're able to reach one final return. I do commit my final shield, and now I just have to hope. Please bring back in the Ninetales. Opponent thinking about it, and they bring in the Ninetales. Oh my goodness. Do they respect the damage? They do not! Down goes the Ninetales, and in the back, they have Shadow Swampert. Things looking very nice because I have Lurantis, but I just have to hope they don't have Sludge Wave. If they have Sludge Wave, I could still be in a lot of trouble. They farm up, and they fire off a move. Moment of truth. Do they have it? They do not! I'm able to reach the second Leaf Blade. This will be taking out the Swampert, and that is a good game. All in all, I had a ton of fun with the Guardians of the Galaxy theme team. I forgot how much fun Galarian Lanoon is to run. The quick energy generation of Snarl, the same type of attack bonus Body Slams, and the nuke potential of Gunk Shot. It is a very fun Pokemon for limited metas. And also the spamminess of Lurantis, just with Fury Cutter being able to outpace even spammy Pokemon like Walrein, makes it an incredibly fun pick. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.